Now, back to Coastal Living on KZTV.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm still trying to catch my breath from bending so deeply. I had never done that before. Anyway, I'm here with some folks from the Westside Business Association, and they've got an event coming up that they want to tell us about. So first of all, let me welcome John Garcia, the president, and Jane Dare Haas, who's a board member. Now, the Westside Business Association, which side of town is the west side, since the city goes this way?
On the west side.
The west side of the crescent that goes that way.
We're really the core of our community from its beginnings.
Yeah. Well, Jane, then tell us about how you participate with local businesses.
We have memberships that we hope will plug into our organization, where we provide education for our members, but education for our entire community about the original companies that were a part of our corridor leading to what's now our downtown. Folks that have been involved with our organization for 40 years.
Wow. Name a couple of those old time.
Well, you know, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Mr. Adler and his fine business. Robert Adler's been a long-standing member of ours for many, many years. Greenwood Door, Galvon Music Center, I could go on and on.
I mean, these were the stores that were here before there were malls, before they were even invented. And so these were the community places where everybody shopped. Absolutely. Now, John, you are the president this year, right?
Yes, sir.
And do you have a small business as well, or how do you become a president of the Westside Business?
Well, the Westside Business Association, being a nonprofit, and a lot of the local business community members just join the association, then we get into the board, and then we're elected as officers. So this is my first year being president of the Westside.
Perfect. Now, do you join as an individual or as a business?
You can do both. Absolutely.
Do both.
We have student members as well, where we're working to educate young people about continuing to advance the cultural history of our city. So it's an opportunity for many groups.
I'm thinking you're more concerned about getting more business and shoppers in the area, but you're talking a much more deeper commitment to the community.
We feel like it is, and we feel like our event that's coming up this Thursday on the 12th of September is another chance for the community to recognize that the Westside Business Association has been promoting business, economy, and cultural history for 40 years. We're going to be recognizing folks like Clayburgh Bank that has been a part of it, Radiology Associates, and the list goes on and on, the Mustangs. Groups like them that do things to advance our community.
Well, tell us how we can participate at the luncheon that you're having in September there.
Well, we want to encourage everybody to recognize that they can come and participate by going to our website.
Okay.
WBA-cc.org.
Got it.
They can get a ticket or a table. We're delighted that Cecilia Abbott, our Texas First Lady, will be our keynote address, be delivering our keynote address, and she is just an advocate for communities and an advocate for children, which parallels beautifully to our mission.
Now, when we say West Side Business, we don't want the South Side not to come, right?
Correct.
Nor the Calallen, nor Sinton, nor Alice. I mean, this is all part of our community.
Absolutely.
So you encourage them as well, because there's probably someone who lives in maybe Alice, works maybe downtown, should be a part of this, because they're thinking, well, I'm not in the West Side. And yet, we all are on the West Side.
It's open to everyone. It's from all parts of town, surrounding counties. I mean, we're very excited to have the First Lady of Texas as our keynote speaker, so it's going to be great.
Now, John, you were telling me about your little business, and this is a very interesting little job. What do you do with the food trucks?
Oh, on the side, I do festival planning, so I'm the organizer of all the food truck festivals here in Corpus Christi.
Okay, and that's really taken off, right?
Very popular.
I mean, it used to be that a food truck, you thought, well, it's a taco truck. They come and they blow the horn and go, nee, 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 and then everybody comes out. But now, I mean, there's actual cuisine there.
Yes, they're all gourmet, and because it's freshly made there on site. So, and then plus these food trucks are small businesses, so this helps the local economy, and it's great.
So every truck should be a member of the Westside Business.
Oh yeah, we got a couple of them. We're working on getting more.
Working on getting more. So those of you who are in the food truck business, I imagine they're cooking right now and getting ready for lunch, they should participate as well. You know, you're going back in the old history of the city, but people don't remember that Highway 44 from Alice was really the main road into the city for 100 years, right?
Right,
Am I
absolutely.
right? So what do you remember about those days?
Well, I do remember because I lived in Dallas for a period of time. You just drove straight into the heart of the city. And now with the bridge relocation, that's going to be the heart of the city again. We'll be the first stop, the West Side will be the first stop when the bridge people exit and to come into our town. So we're excited about the opportunities that are going on relative to the areas that we serve and the communities that we serve.
Well, what about this? You know, it's hard, let's admit, to start a new business.
Yes.
Let's say I wanted to do T-shirts or something, I've got this entrepreneurial spirit. What could you do for me?
We have educational programs all the time for people that want to start businesses, how to run their finances, how to set up a loan. We have members of our board that are agents to help an entrepreneur, like you said, actually get launched, to get started for their businesses. Plus, there's always a venue of support when you're plugged in to a business association. We have monthly membership meetings where we bring programs, we bring guest speakers from all over the Coastal Bend, talking about current situations, things that are going to be happening in the future that these business-minded folks should plug into now so that they can benefit in the future. So our objective is really all about economic development, cultural history of our organization, and education support in all those facets.
John?
And if I could reference our big corporate partners are Citgo, HEB, Christian Spawn, Pinnacle, and
Port of Corpus Christi.
Port of Corpus Christi. With having those 5 entities is pretty huge for us because they basically give back to small businesses.
Right.
And I'm hoping that the Ideal Tortilla Company is on there. That was a West Side landmark for 100 years, I'm thinking. Or was it? Was it Ideal? Anyway, we will congratulate the West Side Business Association. They've got their luncheon coming up September the 12th at 11:30 lunch. And the First Lady of Texas will be there, Miss Cecilia Abbott. All right, thank you, John. And Miss Jane Dare Haas.
Yes, thank you.
She's got 2 last names. This is confusing me. Thank you again for being here.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more on Coastal Living coming up in a moment. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
You're watching Coastal Living on KZTV, the only lifestyle show made in the Coastal Bend for the Coastal Bend.
Don't go anywhere.
We'll be right back.